Greetings and salutations, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well today. Today I've got 4 encounters with Dogman worldwide. Before we get into these encounters, a couple links I'd like to share. As you know, I rely on my Patreon, PayPal, and merch to help this channel continue to grow and go. Those links are in the description below. I also have a second channel for creepypasta, fanfiction, and scary voice acting. Stories that don't fit on this channel. If that's anything that you're into, follow that link below and give them a listen. You may just like what you hear. And with that, guys, let's get on with these 4 worldwide Dogman encounters. Shall we? Today's first worldwide Dogman encounter comes to us from Manitoba, Canada. I saw something that put a big scare into me. I'm going to describe it, and not sure you'll believe it, but I'm certain about what I saw that day. This happened August 2009 as I was driving to my husband's place of employment. We live in Gillam, Manitoba, and he's an electrician for one of the generating stations on the river. It was close to 3 p.m. It had just turned off one of the residential roads near my home, heading east on PR 280. About a half a mile after my turn, I caught the glimpse of something tall moving through the trees to my right. Then suddenly it jumped onto the shoulder of the road and stood there as I drove by. I looked in my mirror and saw it quickly cross over the other side of the road. I picked up speed and didn't stop until I reached the station. I had chills all over. I got a decent look at it. It had a large wolf head and was standing upright on legs, which looked man-like. I didn't see arms as I passed by, but I did see arms swaying back and forth when I looked in the mirror as it crossed the road. The coloring of the head and body hair was charcoal with darker patches. If it was an actual wolf, then it was the largest one I have ever heard or seen. I thought that someone was playing tricks, but that would make no sense since it was during hunting season. I did tell my husband, who later checked the area where I saw it. He said there were reports of a very large wolf along the river a year or 2 before, but he hadn't heard anything beyond that. I still don't know if he believes me. I also said something to my uncle through marriage, who is Chippewa. My uncle told me that it is not a Mangaling wolf, and that I must forget about it. He then recited some words under his breath and told me not to mention it again. That kind of freaked me out. Since it was 5 years ago, I haven't thought much of it until I read the newspaper article about the Dogman and sightings people had in other locations. Our next Dogman encounter worldwide comes to us from Vietnam. According to local residents, a strange dog-like creature, having slender long bodies, slanted red eyes, and their fur coats is marked with white spots, black and white spots, or yellow stripes. The strange creatures have bitten about 14 people in Ben Mai and Thao Chau Peng, Quen Tai Chi, and Sima Si communities in the 2 districts. However, no one has seen these strange creatures that could have caused such large footprints measuring 12 to 15 centimeters. Over 20 dogs have been killed in the area, and now 280 households of the community are living in panic. Our third worldwide Dogman encounter comes to us from India. An unusual large wolf lunged at 4 children. The youngest child, a 4-year-old boy named Anand, was dragged off screaming into the woods, trapped in the fangs of the beast according to the eyewitness testimony of a 10-year-old sister of Anand who saw the wolf that dragged her little brother. The creature that attacked them pounced forward on all 4s, which would have been indicating a wolf. Once the creature grabbed the little boy, however, she claimed it rose back up onto hind legs and walked in a bipedal fashion, which would not suggest a wolf but a dogman or werewolf. She then claimed that the creature threw the boy over its shoulder, took the form of a man, and ran off into the woods. Our fourth and final worldwide dogman encounter comes to us from New Zealand. I live in Akaratara Hills for a time. One night I was outside with my then partner in our yard, which backed onto some hills. I was using a flashlight to point out star constellations in the sky when I heard a rustling noise. When I heard it, I shone my flashlight where I heard the noise coming from, and to our amazement, we saw a figure about 7 to 8 feet tall, with light, creamy gray shaggy fur. It was upright on 2 legs and had its front paws, arms held upright, a bit like a kangaroo would. It had a wolf-like face, but I thought its snout was a bit longer. Its ears were like a wolf's as well, and it had a longish tail, which was also covered in shaggy fur that covered up. The creature was side on us, so we couldn't see its eyes, teeth, or even if the creature had seen us. It was walking quite slow and disappeared into some trees. At that point, my partner went after it. He never found it, though. The sighting was approximately 30 feet away from me. Well, there you have it, guys. 4 worldwide dogman encounters. Friday I did 4 African dogman encounters, and I hope you guys enjoyed them. I did. These are a bit short, but with the language barrier, it's hard to get a longer detailed encounter, especially with the Indian one and the Vietnamese. It just goes to show that these creatures are worldwide. I had a comment, where are we going to be safe? And my last comment to that person was Antarctica. But who knows? I mean, these creatures are wolves, and wolves do like the cold. So you never do know. Anyway, guys, I'm working on a whole bunch more 2 subscriber encounters to share with you, and a whole bunch of other cryptid encounters as well. With that, guys, have a great day, and I bid you farewell.